Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangout. You got myself, Noe Pedro Ruiz, designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week, my brother Pedro.
What's going on, everybody? I'm the creative tech here at Adafruit, and every week we come to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is a show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects for you folks at home or office or studio or garage.
That's
right. We're still running on Wirecast. We're now at 1920 by 1080, so it's looking really nice and fresh.
Oh, nice and crispy now.
Yeah. This week we got some cool stuff for you. Let's talk about the segments on the show.
That's right. Every week we have a lovely assortment of segments.
What are you prototyping?
So we take a look at some of the future projects that we're working on for a future episode.
Future. Layer by layer.
So we take a look at some of the CAD techniques that we use to build all of our projects.
From the future. We have shop talk.
That's right. This week we got some awesome new things into the shop we're going to be talking about.
Oh yeah, some new stuff that your folks will like. Q&A, we'll end the show off with Q&A, YouTube.
That's right. If you have a question for any of our videos, just leave them in any of those and we'll gather them up and answer them in a future episode.
Pedro, tell our lovely audience how they can help support Adafruit and open source.
That's right. Get 10% off during
10%
your checkout. Use discount code CHICHARGING. And you get free Proto half-sized PCB board, $99 or more. And any order over $200, you get free ground shipping.
If you spend more money, you get free stuff. That's how it works.
That's right. So
free shipping as well. So if you buy a printer, I get free shipping?
You get free shipping. You get 10% off. We have the lowest price on printers on the net. So definitely take advantage of that.
Wow. And wow. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start off the show with what are you prototyping. Pedro. So I show this thing? Yeah, this thing.
Yeah.
So we got something new in this. Flip it around.
Is this the right way?
Yeah.
Okay, so last week we got this cool little
7"
7-inch touchscreen.
Yeah, you can keep going. I'm just gonna flip it.
Little 10-inch screen from the Raspberry Pi Foundation. I think last year you made a little 3.5-inch Touch Pi, and we held off creating a bigger version of that specifically because we knew that these guys were going to come out with something. So if we open up the box here, we can take a look inside. Have the little pamphlet there. We have the little driver board that goes on the bottom there. You got some standoffs, a little cable. This is being run by, what is it, DSI, DSP? And of course, little jumpers to feed power. If you look on the inside of that, we have our lovely touchscreen display, which is actually quite heavy. When you have it in your hand, a lot heavier than the displays that we have in the shop. We take a look at the back here. We have the mounting holes for the Raspberry Pi. We're going to use a 2 on this one, and then a little driver that mounts. A little awkward since the USB ports end up being on the inside of that. So when we design a case for that, we're going to have to like cut through so we can have access to those guys. They took them a little bit of a while to source these because we haven't seen this in a display before. It's the touch or 10-finger capacitive touch.
Multi-touch.
So very cool. Like I said, a little bit weird for the mounting angles here. We might have to build some brackets in here to move things around if we can. Probably not because of the way the connectors are, but we have seen some people try to design like a back case, but of course we're going to make it completely portable, have it all enclosed in the one.
Oh, power boost plus a LiPo battery.
Exactly.
Maybe a speaker and amplifier.
Yep, there are definitely rooms on the sides here to put all that stuff. Okay. So. Really cool thing. We just got this in last week, so can't wait to start prototyping on this awesome little display.
We had it in the shop, but it is sold out, fortunately. But we're working on to get them back in stock.
Yeah, so definitely check these out and stay tuned for an awesome little portable tablet with Raspberry Pi.
This is a really fun product. I think the screen is nice because it's touchscreen.
Yeah.
What's the resolution on it?
So this is a, what is 1200 by 800?
No, it's like 840. It says on the box, folks. Weird, You guys know already.
Whatever, 800, 480.
Yeah. I wish it was 1080, but it's not.
10-finger touch display, and it's 155 millimeters by 86 millimeter viewable area here. Viewable. Yeah. Okay. So they have this extra bevel or
so this is your next project is to make an enclosure.
I think it might be popular. So again, we can
well,
start
it's
on this
useful,
one.
right? Because it's like I mean the Pi Foundation could have made an enclosure injection molded. Maybe they're working on it.
Next up. Oh, if you want to check out the 3.5-inch little Touch Spy 2, check out the tutorial and video for this guy.
Sure. Charging will get you 10% off if we do happen to have that in stock.
Yeah.
Or you can get this guy here.
Don't forget,
3.5 inch.
the coupon code expires at 11:59 p.m. tonight, and it doesn't work on gift certificates or software.
Yeah, who wants that?
So definitely take advantage.
Okay, well, that was what are you prototyping? We're working on it.
This week's layer by layer.
Sure, this week's layer, Pedro, you want
cut to the
go us through it?
To the top first, which is
what is it?
The cool little Qi charge stand that we showed off last week.
You want to look at the overhead? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, that's all. Just quick little, just to remind folks, new iPhones came out. We have the Lightning port connectors for the wireless charging receiver. We have these in a couple different flavors, so you can use it like with an Android device that doesn't have this built in. And
yeah, there's a micro USB version. There's a Lightning connector version. That's going to work with your iDevices, all the iPads and all the iPhones.
Of course, the devices like the Nexus 7 tablets that already have it built in, this just works right away. So
sure,
no other receiver needed.
Does it work with your fancy watch?
No, so we actually have a different project for that.
The coils are too big, yeah?
Yeah, the coils on this is way too big. It's bigger than the watch itself, so you can check out pretty much like a little power boost, like a little Minty boost with wireless capabilities. Check that out. I think it's the Chargito video.
Yeah.
You guys want to check that out?
It's linked below, so check it out.
If we jump into the layer by layer for this guy, all of the source files, the IGS, and the step files are available on our Thingiverse page, so you can definitely edit this to any of the devices you have. So we take a quick tour inside of the Fusion file, and again, you can open this in any of your favorite CAD modeling apps. We can take a look at the sketches that are included with this. So if you want to do any modifications, you can just edit the curves that build up everything. So if you're using like another battery to make it a little bit more fatter, you can adjust the sizing on that. So if we take a look at the back here for the standoffs, we got some complaints that we're using Imperial screws. So I went out and got some M3 0.5 by 6 millimeter screws that we're using to hold the boards onto the standoff here. And you can just see the size there. It's a 1.5 millimeter diameter, and the thickness of it is like 1.3. And the only other thing that you can edit if you want to change here is that I had to desolder these to make this a little bit cleaner when you're stringing the coil wire through. So if you wanted, you could just make a slit that would go directly down through there, so you wouldn't have to desolder anything. The other thing that we that include in there is the cutout file, so you can have the little recessed metal coil little combo here, so you can have that onto any of your custom model, and you'll have the proper fitting for this little guy here, so you have access to that. And of course, like I said before, you can edit this to any of the devices you have around. Just measure to make sure that it lines up to the middle of the coil here. So if you check that out, the source files again are available on our Thingiverse page.
Awesome, thank you for that.
Next up, we got some cool news.
Oh, I see why. There we go. I was wondering why it was so laggy. Still learning it, folks. All right, what did you want? Shop talk?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at some cool announcements.
Okay,
in our shop talk. We finally have a 3D printing contest for Halloween. It's a prop contest put on by our pals over at Instructables. We're going to be providing the prizes for this.
Okay, so if you take a look at the Instructables website, we have it linked below. You can see all the details for the contest. So far, we have 11 entries, 56 days left, 21 prizes. So that means if nobody enters now, everybody will win something, huh?
Yeah, so it's definitely your opportunity to show off your work on something cool and show it off and win an awesome 3D printer. And take a look at some of the prizes. If we scroll down here, there's a buttload. And
yeah, so for the first grand prize is actual 3D printer, the Printer Bot Simple Metal, our favorite small little printer. Lady Ada's electronics toolkit. One lucky winner will get that. Oh, also a robot T-shirt, limited edition robot T-shirt, my favorite. Judges prizes, you get a light up prop. One person will win this one. It includes the electronics toolkit from Lady Ada and an Arduino starter kit. We have non-weapon props, so people who make something that's non-weapon based, because there's a lot of weapons out there. You'll get the electronics toolkit and the Arduino starter pack, which is really cool. Also a T-shirt. For the first prize, 3 people will win this one. It's a Lady Ada's electronics toolkit and a 16 by 32 LED matrix, which is really, really cool. Second prize, Pedro, you want to read that one?
Yeah, so the second prize winner is going to win a Arduino starter pack as well as a prize pack from Instructables, which is the limited edition t-shirt. And then 10 of you guys, the runner-ups, are going to win EL Wire Starter Pack, which is a very awesome way to add, just glowy to a very simple, fast project.
Absolutely. So here's how it works. You take a photo, you use their app, you enter the contest, you wait to get accepted, you get a couple votes going on. So it's user votes on it, and then judging, and then winners. Robot will announce who won. There's official rules, of course, you can check out. Of course, you want to check the link below so you can get familiar with all the rules and see if you're eligible for the contest. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a really cool one.
Are we excited that our first?
Oh, I wish the video wasn't so laggy. Just I could put my.
Yeah. So you can definitely take any of the designs we've made before in the past, like very cool helmet or horns. Of course, you have a lot of weapons.
Yeah, a lot of weapons here.
Yeah.
So you could take some of our projects and remix them, or use them, or enter them as is, I suppose. Yeah.
Definitely check that out.
Okay, we're still lagging, but that's fine.
Okay, next up.
Just had to put that on. Had to put the horns on, man. Okay. That's Shop Talk. We have another piece of Shop Talk. So I've been checking out 3D Printer OS, which is hosting software for your printer. It's kind of like Octoprint and Astroprint, but its main thing is that it works with multiple printers. So it's meant for universities, schools, bot farms, maker spaces that utilize more than one printer. If you have an Octopi build, or if you have an Astroprint box, it works really good with one printer, but it's not optimized for multiple printers. So the cool thing about this is that the images are kind of secure. So instead of just downloading an image and it has the same default profile, it gives you a custom password, so it's a little bit secure. So I've been playing around with the interface. I got my Replicator 2 hooked up here, and I also got the Ultimaker 2 as well hooked up. So it works with Sailfish, at least for the MakerBot Rep 2. Unfortunately, it doesn't support the Flash Creator Pro yet, the FlashForge. But hopefully they're working on that. Just a couple things is it has sort of printing, sharing built into it, so you can have multiple users, so you can track, like let's say you versus me, what we're printing, exactly what we're printing. It has a console, so you can get a view of your G-code and submit G-codes and stuff. So that's really nice. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with the Sailfish, so that's why it's not working there, but it works with RepRap, the RepRap firmware. Mm-hmm. So let's take a look at some other things here. Give it a second. There we go. So there's some apps and things. Here's how you upload. You can upload STLs or G-code. When you upload an STL file, you have the option to slice it. It's pretty fast to upload, which is really nice. So you hit apply and go to files. It'll shoot you over to my files list, which shows you all the files that I have associated here. It comes with a couple demo ones, but here you can see you can sort of share it with other websites like Facebook or Thingiverse or Sculptio, other things like that. So that's really nice. This is like a quick links. You can slice it here. So the slicer is a lot like something you would see out of Makerware or Cura. It's pretty granular. There's a simple tab, an advanced tab, an expert tab, and then the profiles tab. You get some preset profiles for materials, which is nice. You can save your own or use the ones that they offer. You can change all the sort of common things that you would expect. Under advanced, hopefully I go to it because I'm just playing around with stuff here. I'm like actually setting a real slice. No platform adhesion, no support material. So it's not going to replace. Simplify3D because I do a lot of custom supports and things like that. Dual Extrusion Wizard. You don't get that here, but you do have sort of the simple stuff. If you need a quick print, it works really well. Expert mode lets you do pretty much just raw JSON code, so you can just, if you want to write your own profile or paste it from somewhere, you can do that there, which is nice. When you upload your STL, it'll put it in something called My Project. This is a really smart way of doing it. So instead of just having individual 100 different STLs, you can actually have a group of STLs in G-code that pertain to one master assembly. So that's really nice. So to print, you just hit the print button. Once your printer is up and running, hit go print, and it gives you a nice, not just the status, but a breakdown of exactly all the communications, all the commands that are going through the printer, which is nice. You can cancel the job or preview it, and Unfortunately, my Replicator 2 does not have a camera, so I can't get a live view of it. But so far, I've put in 10 hours of printing. I've been printing a lot of different things with the Ultimaker 2 and the Rep 2. It's been working really well. I've had 0 conflicts or issues. What I really like about it is it's just how much metadata you get tied to your print job. So here's all the logs for the print stream, you know, progress and things like that. Kind of useful, but nice that it's there. The more useful thing is this thing over here, show slicer settings. So for every job, it retains all the data of your slicing settings. So you can see line for line the start code, the end code, and all the different settings that you have applied to that particular job. You can also see and step through the slice file. If you slice it with their slicer, you can see all the layers. So your range of layers, a lot like Simplify3D, where you can step through it, or Cura. It looks a lot like Cura as well. So you get a nice visual indicator of how your toolpaths are. So that's really nice, very useful. Really what they're trying to do is make it so that you do everything in the 3D printer OS, which hence the name. It's an all-in-one type thing. But again, I wouldn't say that it replaces our Simplify3D because there's a lot of granular stuff you can do there. And Dual Extrusion Wizard again. Dashboard, I have a printing history like I was showing you before. So it tells you who printed it, what printer, what's the file name, the date and time, the settings, shows you filament usage, estimated time versus real time, and a status of whether it's been finished or aborted or canceled. That's a really, really powerful feature. I love the interface for this. It's a really open platform. There's quite a few people already using it. They have this sort of ranking system where they log who's using it the most, what printer is being used the most. So far it's the Rep 2 and the Ultimaker 2. I wonder why. And then below there's like a chart, which reminds me of a lot like 3D Hubs, where they make visual charts for their usage and stats. So it's pretty cool. I recommend checking it out. If you have more than one printer, you will find some use in this, as I did. It really helps when you can manage multiple printers, because when you're running a big job with multiple files, it's really nice. You also get a nice little GIF viewer, so you get a little preview of what the file is without knowing what the name is. So that's really nice. So I like it. Nice little tooltips and things like that. A lot of little metadata specific things that I really, really like and enjoy. One of the things that I don't like about it that it still doesn't have is it doesn't support the Raspberry Pi camera. If you look at something like Octoprint, it supports the Raspberry Pi camera and it has a live feed, so you can see like a nice frame rate of your thing printing, which is really nice. Astroprint does support the Raspberry Pi camera, but it does not have a live video feed. You have to sort of take a photo, and it's like 320 by 240. So not everything is perfect. One thing I really like about Astroprint is that it has a mobile responsive interface. So it's optimized for mobile devices. Both Octoprint and 3D Printer OS don't have that yet, but I'm hoping that they're working on it, because using it on your mobile device and when you're out on the go is pretty important. Of course, we're doing most of our work on a desktop because we have to, but I'd rather do it on a mobile device. Yeah. I recommend checking it out again. It's free. You just set up your account. And if you have any questions about it, I suppose let me know. And another thing is they have live support. They're really, really active on social media. And shout out to the team behind that. They were able to help me out on the beginning when I first got it started. Really straightforward and easy to set up, though. So check it out. Very awesome. Yeah, 3D Print OS. I got a link for you in the description. All right, that's going to be Shop Talk.
Next up, we got some questions.
Yeah, we have some questions. Q&A is next. Let's go to that. Okay, this week we have a couple questions. All right, let's start off with Riley H. Dog. Do you recommend Simplify3D?
Of course, it's the granularity that you're able to do with the settings. The profiles are able to save out. It is our go-to slicer.
Yeah, I'd say if you really need custom supports, Dual Extrusion Wizard, Simplify3D is the way to go. It's a little pricey, but it's because it's got one of the fastest slice engines out there. Mm-hmm. We recommend it heavily, but if you're just doing sort of single parts and things like that don't need custom supports, stick with Cura. It's free. Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, Riley. Next question. This one is from Archie Rojas. Thank you for your advice on my previous question regarding CAD software. I noticed there's a 3D builder in Windows 10. Seems a strange thing to include in OS and seems a bit strange, but also appears that you can design and print in the same software without 2 programs. I was wondering if you had any experience with it, and is it worth it in a way? I find it useful. We checked it out. We don't have Windows 10, but we did check out a couple of YouTube videos of folks playing with it. I did not see any making design stuff in it.
Most thing that we saw was people scrolling through the library and then importing.
Yeah, and just moving stuff around. So it looks like you can move stuff around. I didn't see any
modeling in there. I didn't see any tweaking. I didn't see any extrusions.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like just something that was shoehorned in. It's just like a previewer, it's just like a GIF viewer or something. So that's kind of interesting.
I mean, your main concern is having to use 2 different softwares.
Nah,
we use like 5 different softwares to do one project, so get used to that.
Sure, yeah.
You got to do one program to rule them all.
Okay.
Next up.
Yep, next one. This one's from Riley H. Dog again. What's up, buddy? Does MakerWare work with FlashForge Creator Pro? That's what I'm going to assume that you're trying to say. MakerWare? I did do a quick search. It seems like you can. It does support it, but you have to do a lot of effort. You have to create your own custom JSON profile. So there's a lot of effort there, a lot of room for error and messing up your printer. So although you can do it, I would be very cautious to do it, and I would stick with something like Cura. Yeah. Okay. Next question. This one's from Dev Jock. Has a couple questions about dual extrusion. So the first one is how sort of effective is the slicer in making use of dual extrusion? That is one of Simplify3D's main selling points. Is dual extrusion wizard is the thing that lets you assign your parts and make sort of variables settings for that.
Nozzle,
yeah. So tell me about a video that Simplify came out with.
So the newest video that came out, which prompted me to actually start doing the PVA, which was a print setting video on using PVA. So definitely check out their channel. It's Simplify3D on YouTube.
And we have a link
check
below.
that out. And the rest of his question is asking, is there the detail precision? Do you get more higher definition out of
a dual extruder versus a single extruder? Yeah. No, I don't think you do. You get the same definition. It is the same nozzle, just 2 of them. It's not any higher quality just because you have 2. And it's not any faster just because you have 2.
It's actually a little bit slower because of the time that it has to take to switch to the tool.
Right.
Okay, so if you're not going to be using dual extrusion for multiple materials, colors, a single extruder will be just fine.
Extruder. I like it. All right, well, thank you for the question. I hope that answers it. Again, we have those linked below for the Simplify3D. Okay. Let's go to the next question if I don't crash the computer. This one's from K-Pa. Hi, when I did this and pressed the up button, it made the screen turn off. Can someone help me? Yeah, I've had this problem before.
There's a big red box in the instructions that say, specifically address this.
Yeah. You have to cut a trace on the back of the Pi TFT. There's a little label that says, I think number 17, light. All you have to do is cut that with a hobby knife, and it won't happen anymore because all it's doing is just that it's by default it's set to when you press the button, you close the circuit, it turns the light on and off. So it's a cool little feature, but in this project you don't need it.
Yeah, don't feel bad. I think a lot of our elite,
a lot of our friends,
little testers missed that step too.
Yeah, I missed it too. Okay, next one. So the last question from Adam Wagner. Where do you buy machine screws that you use?
So if you are, emergency, you need to buy them right now. You can just head over to your Lowe's
hardware store. Yeah.
Number 440s and number 256s. They're going to be a little bit pricey though. So if you go online and go to Albany County Fasteners, you can get any sort of screws there. I think 100 of the little 440s cost like $6. I think the most expensive thing is going to be the shipping.
Right.
So definitely check that out.
Stock up on some machine screws, and yeah, they have all sorts of metric and imperial. Okay.
I think it's going to do it for the show this week.
Yeah, thank you guys for the questions. If you want us to answer your YouTube questions, just ask them below in the comments, and we'll get to them.
Yeah, leave them below in any of the videos, and we will gather those up and answer them in a future episode.
Okay. Well, tell people how they can support open source company like Adafruit.
Buy some stuff. Use discount code CHEAT, charging to get 10% off your order. And we still got those awesome deals going on. Over $100, you get the free half-size Proto PCB board automatically added to your cart. You don't have to do anything. And then orders over $200 get free ground shipping.
Okay. One last note. we're going to be at Maker Faire. We've been gearing up, getting all our stuff together, getting questions together, scheduling meetings, interviews, and things like that. So if you do see us, we're going to be on a tight schedule, but we do want to say hi and hello. So be sure to say hi. Yeah, we'll be there Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
Also with Colin, Tony, Lamar, and Phil will be there on Saturday.
It's going to be the whole Adafruit.
It's going to be interesting because I don't think we've ever had that many Adafruits out there. So it's a
fun
sight
times.
to behold.
Yes.
So we want to meet you guys. So just throwing that out there.
I got some links for you guys.
Yeah, I actually don't have that, but I do have the lineage of shows. Be sure to check out all of the other shows, starting with Wearable Electronics with Becky Stern, Project Workshop, Fashion Forward Projects, very cool stuff.
Lots of material spotlights.
You
Very
can
awesome.
win stuff.
Yeah, she
So
has
you
a
can win
weekly
stuff.
contest.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely check that out.
Always, always. Okay. And then after that, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, you can come on the Google Hangout and show your projects, show your retro gear, your maker spaces, what you're working on. We want to see, we want to hear from you guys.
That's right. Stop by. We're always on. Say hi.
Yeah. And Lamar and Phil. Okay. After that, shortly after that, Ask an Engineer, all your open source Arduino, Raspberry Pi news and more.
That's right.
New products.
Hour-long
Contest.
all things going on in Adafruit.
Yeah. Very cool stuff. So be sure to check those out. And I guess the coupon code one last time. Coupon code, G-Charging, 10% off.
Take
Maybe get some
advantage.
filament. Maybe get pick up a printer, get free shipping.
Expires at 11:59 p.m. tonight.
Sure.
So act now.
Okay, cool. Well, that's been the show. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be here next week. Hopefully we won't be so laggy. But
See
yeah,
y'all next week.
I'll see you guys next week. Keep on making.